So an interesting place to visit if you're interested in the Ned Kelly saga is the Victoria Police Museum in Melbourne, and inside they have a lot of original artifacts. For a start here we're looking at the actual suits of armour worn by Dan Kelly and Steve Hart during the siege at Glenrowan. So these lots of places seem to have copies of Ned Kelly's army when you visit various places, but these are the originals, two sets of the originals, and of course they have a lot of information relating to the police officers who were killed. So as you watch this video, you'll see a lot of the descriptions linked to the actual artifacts they have. If you're coming here, just be aware that it's only open during the week and it shuts at 4 p.m. so you can't visit on a weekend. And this is some of the artifacts by Thomas McIntyre. Of course, he was the only policeman to survive the Stringy Bark Creek shootout, and he rode away on Sergeant Kennedy's horse. And these are some of his original scrapbooks, a map he'd drawn showing the location. That's a picture of him, of course. And then he wrote a full account of what had happened there. So this is in the World Trade Center on the mezzanine floor in Melbourne. So again, if you have the time, well worth coming here. And there's the map he drew showing the various locations of where they were positioned and when they were ambushed. There are the pictures of the policemen who were killed, of course. There's one of the statements by Thomas McIntyre. Picture again of the policeman, Sergeant Kennedy, and his grave in Mansfield. And again, I've made a separate video about Mansfield and the graves of the police officers there. Now this museum, apart from having the story of the Kellys, they have other more up-to-date exhibits as well. I was really running out of time when I managed to get here. So I really rushed just to try and see some of the information linked to the Kelly story. But again, well worth a visit if you're in the area. You've got an opportunity to visit. It's free of charge to come in. They just ask for a contribution if you want to do that. This is a cartridge bag taken from Ned Kelly at the siege of Glenrowan. And the type of police pistol that was being used during that area, that's a Colt, what used to be called a cap and ball pistol. Even by the standards of the day, that was technology that was, by 1878, that was going out, because in America, Colt had brought out a full metallic cartridge pistol in, I think, 1871, 1872. And the police pistols were in fairly low caliber as well, .36, and I think they were 5-shot. Not particularly that potent, even by the standards of the day. So again, we're looking at the original Armour worn by Dan Kelly and Steve Hart. And Ned Kelly's Armour is in a different museum, and that was actually closed during my visit to Melbourne this time. It was being repositioned for a new exhibition that's being opened in the Victoria, I think, Library Museum. But again, this police museum in Melbourne, well worth a visit.